Welcome everyone. This is last Saturday, and this is a very special last Saturday in April 2011, where we are introducing our Fort Bend County Poet Laureates for 2011. I'm going to introduce our first Poet Laureate, and she is our Fort Bend County Teen Poet Laureate for 2011. Her name is Shaunze Faisal, and she's a student at Austin High School in the FBISD school system. She comes from a family of poets. Her grandfather has just completed a book on Pakistan culture for children, and her favorite poet is Sylvia Plath. I'd like to read a poem I wrote about Shaunze, who we also affectionately call Mano, when I first met her, to kind of give you a better idea of the type of person she is. The name of the poem is called A Child Named Moonlight. I met her when she was in her early teens, a dark-haired, graceful young lady with a smile full of hope and innocence. By some divination, her parents named her Mano, which is Urdu for moonlight. She called me grandfather, although I was only a friend of the family. She loves music, poetry, the company of her friends. Each time I recall her or hear her name, I have hope for a world that seems destined to run itself off its track. She views the world without designs on owning it. She is the part of the music called joy. Every now and then, whatever or whoever architect the universe shows a little compassion for the poor slobs who try to figure out the clockworks by sending forth a child named Moonlight to light our darkened path. Please help me welcome our 2011 Fort Bend County Teen Poet Laureate, Shaunze Faisal.
Hi, I'm Shaunze, and I'm a sophomore, like you said, and I have 3 poems to read. And the first one's called Romantic Waters, and it's about like forgiveness and love and happiness, and how you can always like figure things out from your mistakes. So here it is. You can always find shallow secrets in deep waters. Beneath the cover of murky liquid lies a secret. So dark, so black, it creates the illusion of a never-ending well. Shallow waters can be seen through clearly, hues of pure blue painted into the water. The colorful fish dart to and fro, for the water holds no sadness, no darkness that the deep contains. How do these opposites, as light and dark, dove and raven, friend and enemy, manage to synchronize in harmony? The word to describe this intermingling of the classes would be love. The shallow waters ebb back and forth, tenderly kissing the shore, leaving a hand stretched across the sand, never wanting to let go. But faithful as always, the shallow water daintily skips in a lover's embrace, creating sparks of love and happiness from the deep, which never experienced a love so pure. The cycle of passion continued, the mixing of 2 completely different blues, to create the perfect entertainment which fiction cannot provide. Similarities between man and nature can be so black and white, so clear that watching the passion of the forgiving lovers reminds him of home, of family, the one who left so brokenheartedly. So he did like waves and attempted the cycle of love and forgiveness, the memorial dance of the waters branded into his heart. And my next one's Weak in the Knees. This is the first romantic poem that I ever wrote, and I was like sleeping and I couldn't go to sleep, so I decided to just write a poem. It's called Weak in the Knees. When a lover's rose pricks the thumb, is it blood that oozes or love? The pain of the sore makes my heart sore, sure of his promise. The rush of his love rushing into my veins. More than the cut of brotherhood, more than the jugular vein. The impregnable strength of the rose's stem is pumped by my heart to his in vain. Bonded by bonds, stronger than the laden spider's web, a single promise holds us, a simple promise made into his words. An exchange of love, of blood, of soul, of rose, with the 3 words throwing him to his knees, legs paralyzed, weakening the physical, emphasizing the emotional. After all, everyone is a cripple on the inside. And this last one I wrote for my dad because he loves gardening, and it's called My Symphony of Flowers. The brightly lit lantern in the endless sky sets off a spotlight for the arrogant petunias to display their expensive color. The dandelions roar with delight as the grass blades rub against one another, creating sounds which raise a dusty, beaten spark from the worn-out butterflies. The roses dance with purity and grace against the naive movement of the daisies. The soft moonlight peers around the shadows, creating a halo around the lively vegetation. Wiping my sweaty brow, I stood up, admiring the beauty of my heaven. Collapsing into the welcoming grass, I closed the windows of reality and settled into my symphony of flowers once again. Savoring escape of the harsh world, my symphony provided a utopia, created for me, by me, with the only power they could not take away, my imagination. Yay!